Haul roads are another very important component of an overall logging transportation network. Haul road grades should not exceed 10%, but they can go up to 15% for short distances. Remember that the more gentle the grade, the lower that grade percentage is, the better your productivity, the easier it is for your truck drivers to traverse that road, and the fewer issues you will have with managing water on that road. You want to locate your haul roads outside of the SMZ whenever possible. What are the potential problems here on this photo, where the road is located immediately adjacent to a very large stream? In this case here, this was an existing haul road that the loggers had no choice but to use. In this case, the logger assumes responsibility for the road while logging, and they must do everything possible in order to prevent mud from entering the stream. This could include the addition of engineering solutions such as silt fence, hay bales, straw bales, or other solutions that would create a barrier from the sediment leaving the road and entering into the stream. In many cases, truck mats are a great option to use on haul roads where there are soft areas or where areas of rock disappear. So for instance, in this case here, the logger had dropped a bunch of rock underneath those mats, and after a day or two of use, it basically had all been absorbed into the ground and was no longer providing the traction and drainage that the logger desired. In this case here, they brought in mats, and these mats provide that additional flotation and ability for their trucks to access the landing. In other areas, haul roads that intersect public roads must be rocked for a distance of 200 feet from that public road. The rock helps prevent mud from being tracked onto the main highway, which could be hazardous. This is specifically hazardous to the public that is using the roads. It's also a very visible identification that logging is occurring and is an opportunity for public comment or submission of complaints to different regulatory agencies. Log landings and haul road entrances into the public highways should also be planned to make sure that there is adequate notice to the public using the road as they're coming up to it. We want to use extreme safety precautions where there's limited sight distance, and this includes areas around curves, such as in this photo, and also on cresting hills where you may not be able to see what's occurring on the other side of the hill. Whenever you are entering a public highway, you'll need to obtain an entrance permit, and this can be received from the local Division of Highways office. When you're building and reconstructing new roads, you need to make sure that you daylight that road as much as possible to allow sunlight and airflow. This will allow the road to dry out quicker. And it is very important to stabilize both the cut slope and the fill slope as soon as possible after construction. In many cases, hydroseeding is one of the best ways to reestablish vegetation on that site very quickly. Haul road maintenance is also very important. Once your roads are developed and built, you have a valuable resource on your property. In order to maintain the value there and provide good water quality protection, these roads must be properly drained with the use of ditches and culverts, broad-based dips, water bars, and turnouts. A grader can be used to help shape that road and make those water control features work effectively. If you fail to properly drain and maintain your road, you may end up with a road situation such as this. In this case here, we have high berms on both sides of the road. thus channeling any road water or water that is hitting the road or being delivered to the road to travel only down the road surface. The surface of the road is undrainable to the left or the right, and so it must continue straight down on the surface of the road. In this case here, that will produce erosion trenches with all of the small particulate matter leaving those tracks where the erosion trenches are and being delivered to probably a place that we do not want those sediments to be delivered to. If we fail to properly drain and maintain our roads, we can end up with a situation like this. Here we see no drainage of our roads from the haul road, and all the water that is being delivered or put onto the road is traveling straight down the tracks and over the surface there, dislodging lots of soil. That soil particulate matter is then being delivered to the public road system and into areas that are undesirable. This can be a lot of problems and involve a lot of additional work required to fix this situation. An ideal haul road is one such as this here, where we have the cut and fill slopes obviously stabilized. We have an open ditch line with properly spaced culverts to provide that cross drainage. We have no ruts, and we have a crowned road surface where any water that is hitting the road will drain off to the left or the right in the ground situation. Cross drain culverts are an important way to drain our ditch lines, but we can also use broad-based dips or water bars